Hi guys, welcome to the Singing Butterfly Tarot. My name is Cassidy. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your reader for today. Today we are going to focus on messages from the fairies. And before we do dive right into the reading, I just want to kind of discuss the fairy energy from my perspective. We all grow up with different lores, different mythologies, different stories being told about certain magical creatures, and in terms of fairies, I have always found them very chaotic. So I've heard, like, if you leave little items out for them, like fairy circles or foods, items, drinks as well, if you leave that out for them, it actually like creates peace around your home, because fairy energy can be very chaotic. So when it comes to describing fairy energy, I always find it very chaotic. I also get this like very energetic, flighty energy. It almost feels more childlike than energetic, I guess. It's just like how kids always have so much energy. Like they're little flying beings. Like you would think that they would have a lot of energy. So I also get like this very curious, mysterious energy as well, that also has to do with a lot of hidden messages, because you know, people who quote unquote go searching for fairies, go looking for fairies in hidden places, it's almost like they're always blended into their environment, or it's like they leave certain items, or people, you know, will observe their fairy circles and see what's changed overnight. So that's the energy I'm tuning into, like this chaotic, childlike, kind of mysterious hidden messages. I also think of celebration when I think of fairies. Like there's just so many images and, you know, detailed writings of like fairies celebrating, having parties, throwing parades, all of the above. So it's just very interesting because I just envision that in my head when I think of fairies. It's like seeing them celebrating all together. So I'm going to be going through, you know, like the core of their message. These are oracle cards here on the table. So these are going to be read first from the book, and then we're going to be pulling some tarot and other oracle cards just to kind of see what messages they're trying to send you at this moment. And a few announcements, guys. I'm still doing personal readings. If you'd like a personal reading with me, go ahead. You can email me, DM me, message me, wherever you have me on social media, and we can go ahead and get that set up. And just keep in mind, guys, that these are general collective readings. So that means I can't possibly tap into every specific person's energy who comes across this video. So if you are looking for that, I do highly suggest a personal reading. If not, just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There could be messages here that are meant for somebody else who came across the video. Also, I try to keep everything as gender fluid as possible. So if I describe anything as masculine or feminine, please understand I'm just talking about the energy, not the gender. And I think that's all the messages that I have for you guys. I'm really excited to do this one. I kind of want to create like a mini series with this one, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you resonate with the messages. I'm going to do a quick meditation. Before we go into the meditation though, I do want to just run through the piles so you guys have a pile breakdown. So pile number 1, we do have Rainy. She is a water fairy. Pile 1's crystal is Green Adventurine here. We also have pile number 2 is Fyra. And she is paired with the Lapis Lazuli crystal here. Lovely bright blue. Pile number 3, we have the fairy Beck. Okay. And she is paired up with, I believe this is lapidamite. Lepitomite, I think. I can't remember 100%. I'll list it down below. And last but not least, we have the beautiful fairy Bess. And she is paired up with this angel rose quartz. Alright, angel rose quartz. And I do just want to say as well, little disclaimer guys, I do have somebody sick in the house that I'm currently taking care of. So if you hear any kind of noises in the back, I do really apologize. I'm trying to like pause it as I can because I don't want you guys to hear any of the, you know, vomiting, etc. So just bear with me guys if I do end up having to pause any of the piles at any point, okay? It's definitely for you guys, like to keep you guys in mind. All right, let's jump into the meditation and I will see you at your pile. Hi there, pile number 1. If you guys picked Rainy as your fairy guide for the evening here, as well as you guys also picked the green adventurine. So I am getting just so much heart from you guys. You guys have so much heart. I believe you're also incredibly loyal to the people that you call your friends and family. And it just comes from a place of just caring so much. You guys might also be a little bit over emotional. Some people might call you crybabies or just think that you allow your emotions to rule your mood, your feeling, or your mood, your actions, all of the above. But I really do see this being one of your greatest strengths, is the fact that you guys are sensitive and emotional and in tune with how you are feeling constantly. Also, because you have such a big heart and you do care about the people around you, it's like you're still making decisions based on what's best for everybody, even if you are incredibly emotional. So I do have a little astro dice here, so I'm going to go ahead and just throw it down a little bit. We have Aquarius coming through, so some of you guys might be Aquarius, might have Aquarius placements. We have Sagittarius, and let's do 2 more. Uh-oh. Whoops, I've never done this. We do have Scorpio here. And last but not least, we have Virgo. So welcome. You don't have to have those placements if you are here. It could just be the energy. So we had Aquarius, we had Scorpio, what was the second one? I already forgot. Sagittarius and Virgo. Wow, I'm trying to think. I'm like, that's Aquarius. We have all 4 water signs. I mean, not water. We have all 4 of the elements there. So we had Aquarius with air, then we had Sagittarius with fire, then we had Scorpio with water, and now we have Virgo with earth. So you guys could all, like I'm saying, it's like you're very balanced. I think people might try to paint you as somebody who's just like over emotional and irrational, but I don't think that's the case. I just think that you care so deeply about situations, about what's going on, about what's going on in your environment, and basically like what you can touch in your life. It's like you just care so much, but it's like at the end of the day you're still incredibly balanced, and there are other aspects to you that I think people just kind of overlook because you are very vulnerable with your emotions. So these are oracle cards, fairy oracle cards. Let me go ahead and see. It's called the Fairy Oracle by Arthur Rackham and Jamie Elford. So I love this art here. So we're just going to turn this around and we're going to read from the book, The Message. These are very short, sweet messages here. All right, let me go ahead and just show you what's going on. We have 18, break it into a 9. So the 9 to me usually represents completion or mastery. Very interesting here. We have rejection. A man wearing a top hat pauses along his morning walk. The fairies creep out from their hiding places, whispering memories to him. He holds up a hand. No more, he seems to say. He does not have the time or desire to hear their stories or their songs. He has grown up and is beyond their reach now. Meaning, rejection is part of life. There are so many options in the world. You cannot say yes to all of them. Learning to distinguish what you want from the chatter of what you don't want is a meaningful skill to learn. This card reminds you to cultivate your resources, to say no to things you do not have the time for or no longer actually need. Wow, so this is a really beautiful card because I think it does really represent mastery and completion in a way, because it's showing somebody who is evolved enough to see what's good for them and what's bad for them. It's like they're able to reject the things that do not serve them any longer. And it's also a beautiful way of handling rejection. It's like understanding you can't have everything. You can't say yes to all of them, all of the options available. So it's almost like you have to really know yourself and know what you want out of life in order to chase and to receive your desires. And that's funny because I was describing fairy energy as a bit chaotic, right? And so it's almost like they're coming through to say, it's like, it kind of feels like their message to you is like, you don't listen to us anymore. You might have a harder time like tapping into your vulnerability. You might just kind of be obsessing about rejection in your life at the moment. Like if a person has rejected you romantically, or just, it could also be rejection from friends and family as well. It could be really overwhelming to where it's like you just want to shut it out and not deal with it anymore. But it's almost like you need to kind of distinguish what you want from the chaos, and it's almost like, I always say this, I say this so much, it's like rejection is protection. Like that was not meant for you. It was not meant to be in your life. It was not meant to be yours. If it was meant to be yours, it would be yours. And so it's kind of hard to deal with rejections when you're not really accepting of the fact that there are so many other options out there as well. Like I feel like there's just like a little bit of an obsession here with like this one person, or this one, maybe it's a job, maybe it's like a job rejected you, or like, I just heard for some of you guys it's like acting or modeling or like singing, career, like, and it's like, do you know how much rejection you're going to have to deal with? It's a very interesting concept that we have already presented to us. So let's go ahead and see. I'm gonna pull like what is the core of their message? What is their core of their message to you? Please, Spirit, clear, concise messages. All right, we've got one jumping out here. So we have first house, the body. Bottom of the deck, we do have Cancer, I can feel. So this is definitely having to do with your depth of emotions, but there's also something here about your physical body and how you see yourself. I think that this message is truly about like, you guys need to know who you are, and you need to just focus on that. Know who you are, know what you want, and stop focusing on the places that don't want you, the environments that don't want you, the people that don't want you around. It's like, focus on yourself. The first house is all about self. It's also about the body, yes, the physical, but it's mostly about like Aries energy. This is all about you, your identity, who you are inside. And we also have 25 break it into a 7. So to me, this is like a very spiritual message. Like this is coming through as not only fairies here, but also your angels, your spiritual team here. They are asking you to stop focusing on the things that are rejecting you and to focus on yourself, your body, your health, your desires, your goals, your own ambitions. I'm hearing some of you say like this feels selfish, especially because like I said, you're incredibly loyal to the people you call your friends and family here with Rainy. Like you would make an ultimate sacrifice, I'm positive, for the people you truly love in your life. But it's time to be a little bit selfish. Like this is divinely guided as a message for you. Like it's time to be a little bit selfish here. I mean, and this could even be like, I just heard revenge body. Some of you guys might be trying to get a revenge body, okay? But I'm just getting this energy of like feeling good about who you are, feeling good about how you look, feeling good about your identity, who you are inside. Like it's time to do some serious like reflection, introspection, all of the above, in order to really get to the root of who you are inside. Like I'm just seeing journaling. Like I'm seeing like it is time to literally create like the main character version of yourself, where it's almost like you are creating like the bio for your own life. It's like, who are you and what is your bio? Fill out your bio, know who you are. I was getting this in the previous reading. Like I can just hear, probably because I'm watching too much RuPaul, but it's like I'm getting this message of like, know thyself and deliver every time. Like that is the key to success. It's like, know yourself and deliver that to the people every time. And you know, you're not on a game show where you have to compete or anything, but like this is real life. But still, I think that's beautiful advice, even for the real world, where it's just like, know yourself and deliver that. That's the best thing you can do. But with this Cancer, I feel at the bottom of the deck, like I do feel like you'd also need to kind of allow yourself to feel. Like I feel like a lot of you guys might have been shunned or rejected because of your sensitivity, because of the way you are deeply emotional, deeply intuitive, deeply empathetic. And I just feel like people might have kind of taken advantage of that. And look, we have 16, we have another 7. So, you know, this is very divinely guided. Like these messages are straight from not only the fairies, but also from your spiritual team. They are teaming up together here to really bring you this message today. Because they want you to start seeing this as a strength. And I think something you can do here is like, well, what I'm seeing here is that with Cancer energy, remember that in the tarot, Cancer is the Empress, okay? And I think you guys need to start really tuning into Empress energy, whether, you know, despite the gender, despite feminine, masculine energies that you carry, like it's just, this is about mastering that energy and feeling powerful with that energy, with knowing, like, not only knowing yourself, but also allowing yourself to feel whatever you're going through. Like this rejection, it's almost like this man here, he is shutting it out. He's shutting out how he's feeling. He's rejecting his own vulnerability, his own emotions. So whether you've been shunned or bullied or rejected because of your emotions, it's time to start kind of turning the table, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's time to turn the table on those people who made you feel that way and find it as a strength. Just completely dive into it, like completely accept this about yourself, okay? Like I said, this is about your identity, who you are. This is part of who you are. So the more and more you reject this about yourself, that self-rejection is just going to, well, it's gonna do a lot, okay? Like it's gonna make you feel like shit because you are rejecting your own self. You can't even find comfort from your own self, okay? And also you're probably going to start projecting these negative feelings onto other people. You're probably going to start repressing these feelings, and then they're going to start coming out in these really weird, like, I don't want to say toxic, but that's what I heard, like explosions almost of energy here, where it's like you're acting on impulse rather than like knowing yourself, knowing how to self-soothe, knowing how to handle yourself when you do get super emotional. When you do find yourself triggered or sensitive in any kind of way, it's just like you know how to handle it. Or if not, you're at least surrounded by people who love and accept this about yourself as well. We have Temperance in reverse. I feel like you've become a little bit impatient for something, for some reason here. You become impatient. Maybe you've gotten constant rejections. We have the Two of Wands as well. There's an indecision here. You're still deciding. You're still planning. You might just still be simply like doing this introspection, simply just trying to figure out who you are. What do you want to put out into the world? Who do you want to be in this world? We do have the Five of Swords. Okay. Give me a little bit more here. The Seven of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so I think what's creating this imbalance here, because Temperance here is showing there is some kind of imbalance. There's some kind of impatience, imbalance. There's something that is just throwing you off. It is disrupting your peace here. I don't know what this is. It's disrupting your peace. And I feel like it's created you, I mean, it's put you into this position here where you are confused. Like you feel like you don't know what direction to go in. I feel like there could definitely be two very clear paths, or like you have like a decision to do something, or you have a decision to not do something, kind of like that. It's like you have two different options, two different paths here, but you're really struggling as to like what direction to go in, what's the right thing to do. I just heard that. What is the right thing to do? But I feel like you cannot make this decision right now because your energy is so imbalanced. And it's not that you're unbalanced, because in the beginning we had like the 4 elements to really show that you are a naturally balanced person. But like I said, it's like there's something here that is literally, I feel like purposely throwing you off here. There's something here that's throwing off your balance. It's just creating some disruption in your peace, and it could just be other people's opinions. We have the Five of Swords. I feel like there could be like a lot of, oh my goodness, it's almost too heavy to hold is what I just heard. Like for some of you guys, this is really affecting you, this Five of Swords energy. This could be arguments, this could be conflict, but mostly it's like verbal. It's like verbal communication, verbal conflict, verbal, and you see how she's stabbed in the back, and it's like somebody's walking away there and they're holding the rest of the swords, like they obviously did it. Kind of energy. It's like I feel like there's somebody in your environment, or somebody like in your circle, or maybe it's in your family, maybe it's like an employer. I'm not sure who this is to you, but it's like somebody here is really throwing off your energy. It's like she's literally crying in this card, and I just feel like it's making you guys so emotionally unbalanced. It's just putting so many different opinions into your head. Like you don't know what to believe. You don't know up from down, because it's almost like this thing is confusing you so much to where you are literally stuck. You're not making any decisions. And it's funny because there's 2 swords in her bag, which the 2 of swords and the 2 of wands to me is incredibly similar. It's kind of like a crossroads, like, you know, unable to decide which path, which direction to go in. So I feel like it's like mentally affecting you, passionately it's affecting you. And I'm also seeing here we have the 7 of Cups. So I feel like your way of coping here, your way of dealing with this situation is through escape or through fantasy or through, you know, it could be the fact that you're here listening to readings right now, like you're trying to get some insight or some ideas or just trying to kind of like distract yourself. I definitely heard distractions at this moment. So like you guys could just be trying to feel better. You know, there's a rainbow, there's a dragon, like she looks a lot more peaceful than these other cards here, but it's almost like this still isn't real, like this still isn't authentic. Like this feels like more of like you hiding, you trying to escape this, you trying to avoid this. You guys, like, it's like the man putting up his hand, like stop, no more, enough, like I don't want to hear this anymore, I don't want to deal with this anymore. But it's like this still isn't a way to cope with it. This isn't a way to deal, like just escapism. And you know, this could also indicate like addictions, okay? Like maybe some of you guys are using in order to like distract yourself as well. But this is also highlighting, like in the beginning of the reading it said like you have so many options, like, and this definitely is highlighting the fact that you do have options. Like you can choose to walk away from what's not serving you. You can choose to walk away from this. And I feel like that's the problem here. It's like you might feel selfish, or like there's some reason here for like you guys being hesitant. And you hear how my words are like totally flopping around. It's like I feel like that's how you feel when you're trying to explain this. It's like you get so confused, you get so stuck, you just don't know up from down. Like I was saying earlier, it's like this really puts you in like a tongue twister, it puts you in like a headache, it just makes you so confused, it makes you feel betrayed here, it makes you feel impatient, it makes you feel imbalanced, it feels like your peace is being disturbed. But it's like you have other options with the 7 of Cups. Like it's crazy because out of these cards, it's like the 7 of Cups to me is giving the happiest energy, which I don't like advocate for the 7 of Cups very often, because like I was describing, it's very much a card of escapism. It's very much a card of like fantasy, living in a fantasy world. But it's almost like that is like your happiest place right now. Like you're just trying to be in this happy place, which I think is fine, but it's like you're almost not really seeing all of the options that are available to you. And it's almost like it's your decision with the 2 of Wands. This is your choice, your decision. The more and more you hesitate on this, the longer you're going to stay in this 7 of Cups fantasy land. So it's like once you finally decide to like do something about this situation, you know, I feel like you're gonna feel more at peace, okay? You're still going to feel hurt, like don't get me wrong, like just because you are moving away from something or choosing another option over whatever is creating this, you know, it's still going to hurt, it's still going to sting, especially because we do have on the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Swords. So I'm getting 2 messages. It's like for some of you guys, this is you sneaking away, okay? Like this is you literally escaping. This is you actually deciding to get away. But for some of you guys here, this is just showing, I feel like this is what's not being seen, because the bottom of the deck energy is like shadow energy, what you can't really see at the moment. And what you're not seeing is that there is somebody that is very deceptive, very sneaky, very shady. Like they do things in the dark. They are very deceptive. Like I just heard Two-Face as well. Underneath that we have the 8 of Wands. I just heard run. Okay, like I just heard run. Like some of you guys, like I said, this is for some of you guys, like this is simply just you getting away. This could be like you leaving a job, maybe leaving a home environment, you know, leaving some kind of something behind, leaving something behind. Like I just heard run, like with this 8 of Wands. Like you are, like I feel like you're going to pick up so much energy once you release this 7 of Swords. Once you like make a decision on what to do about this and stop living, like stop kind of playing in fantasy land here. Once you start doing the hard work of like focusing on the first house, whether or not that's like your physical body or simply just like your identity or both. It's like once you start focusing on that, you're gonna start seeing all of your options. Like I think that's the first step, is like really focusing on your identity, who you are, doing this introspection. Also like tapping into Empress Cancer energy here to feel more protected in your sensitivity. It's like once you start doing that, it's like I think all of this is just kind of slip away. And but there also has to kind of be a choice, because the 7 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, like both of those cards talk about making choices. And so I do feel like there is something here that, you know, you're going to have to make a choice in this situation. We have the Empress in reverse underneath that. Like this is making you feel weak in your Empress energy, and like this could be your creativity has been suffering. This could be that maybe you guys are too motherly. Okay, I just heard that. Like some of you guys here, you could just be extending way too much of your motherly, like kind, sensitive energy. And now we have the sirens. I feel like that was a confirmation. Like yes, like some of you guys are being way too motherly. Like you are not, just because you're sensitive and just because you are empathetic, all of the things, like it does not mean you have to take care of everybody. Okay, so let's go ahead and we are going to pull some of these fairy messages here. Very interesting, pile 1. I really hope that this resonates with you. If not, I would go back, try a different pile here. Like if it wasn't resonating right away with the sensitivity thing, then I just don't think that this was probably for you. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just, oh my god, we have Flourish. It just like leapt out. Oh my god, and that's crazy because look, we have Flourish, we have the Lotus. The Lotus Flower Fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others, which is just crazy because we've been literally talking about something hidden, something in the dark, you know, and to learn from an experience. It's like this is still going to be painful, but it's a learning process. It's in order for you to gain wisdom. But what I was freaking out about mostly is like all of the lotus flowers, like those kept sticking out to me, but I didn't know why. Like I was just like, I shouldn't say anything. We also have them on Temperance. Like I was just like, you know, I wasn't really getting a message from them, but I just kept noticing them. So it makes sense. Like you guys are flourishing. This is a time for you, your identity, to really shine through, like for you to really figure out who you are and who you want to be. Like I just keep feeling like you're blooming, you're flourishing, you're growing. It's like as soon as you just like attack this first house and also your Empress energy, it's like you're gonna be unstoppable. I feel like you're not gonna have these same problems anymore either. We also have Protect Your Dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. So this could definitely be also like keeping quiet a little bit about like the moves that you're making, the choices that you're making. Like I just heard not everybody is your friend here. Like it's up to you to really protect your dreams, your goals. You know, I do believe like manifesting in secret. Like, you know, I feel like people really do try to sabotage them, whether they willingly, like knowingly do this. It's like people just, you know, there's so much jealousy and envy and like people who want to see you do badly in the world. It's like you just have to be aware that they're out there, and just like really protect your ideas, your dreams, your goals, because other people might not understand or might not have the same vision as you. We also have nature's signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only open our hearts and mind. Okay, very beautiful. There's so much green here, which just makes me think of the green aventurine, which is just like your heart is so huge. Like, it's ridiculous. We also have temptation. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? The fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Yes, I love this, because there is some Seven of Swords. There is some deceptive, sneaky, shady energy around you. And you might be just kind of living in a bit of a fantasy world here, and not really, it's like you don't want to look at it, you don't want to see it. It's like the man with his hand up, like he's just, no more, please, no more. But it's almost like you have to face this, you have to face it in order to overcome this temptation. I'm just hearing the song, like, too many snakes in my grass, yeah, had to mow it. Okay, because there's a snake there. Let's get one more for my lovely pile number 1. Oh, beautiful. We have motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. Yes, like they're tired of seeing you in a place where you're stuck, you're indecisive, where your peace is compromised here. And it's like they just really want to see you spring into action. Like they really just want to see what you can accomplish once you have your peace of mind, once you have your energy back, once you realize there's so much more to life than whatever this situation is that you're obsessing about. Whatever this rejection is, whatever this temptation, this Seven of Swords energy is, whatever this is, it's like they're begging you to stop looking at it, stop giving it attention, stop feeding it any energy. Magical gateway at the bottom of the deck. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Like, I promise you, I did not read this before I just said that. Like, I was legit like, they just want you to stop looking at it. And this is like, it's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Leave this in the past. Let this be the past. It's like, it's up to you to really make that decision. Like, you have to make that decision for yourself here to protect your dreams, to flourish, to get your motivation back. It's like, if you want all these things, it's like you're gonna have to do all of the introspection, all of the like trying to know thyself type of stuff. But it's also about releasing. I feel like you're gonna be very tempted to like keep this in your life, or to keep feeding this energy, or to keep obsessing, to stay in this fantasy land. But it's like they want to see you moving, they want to see you motivated, they want to see you flourishing, they want to see you empowered by your sensitivity. Empress energy. So I am going to pull some charms. Give me one moment while I grab that. Okay, so we got the charm box. Go ahead and lower your volume, or if you have headphones, go ahead and pause it because it's about to get loud. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, pile 1. So we immediately got Casey Musgrave's butterfly clip. So that to me just indicates there might be a message for you in the song Butterflies by Casey Musgraves. Maybe this is about like a special person as well here. We also have this little French. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm like stumbling because it says France on the side of this, and it's like I was gonna call it the Eiffel Tower in Paris, but like I don't know, that it just distracted me so much. So this could indicate some kind of travel, like they want to see you traveling, they want to see you ambitious, they want you to chase like crazy goals, like even if it seems unreachable. Look, we also have another one. I didn't even know this was in here. It's another Eiffel Tower here. So yeah, like literally it's like little dreams can become like big realities. It's like they want you to start small and just like, or like they want you to dream big, because it's like as soon as you plant these seeds, it's just like you don't even know how much it's going to grow. We also have Capricorn. Very interesting. So that's like that ambitious. Yes, in the back it says ambitious. So like this is that super ambitious, like action oriented type of energy. Like they want you to get moving. They really want you to get moving. Okay. And then we also have, this is Tony Stark. Okay, so I'm really struggling with this one because like I'm just hearing like I'm hearing a lot of different things in my head. Oh my god. Like I'm hearing like stop obsessing, like or like it's almost like they want you to have the confidence of Tony Stark, because it's like, would he even give two you know what's if somebody was rejecting him? Like he will not care. Like he still knows himself so well. He's still very empowered in his own energy. It's like he knows who he is, he knows what he stands for, he knows what his morals, his values are. You know, it's like he knows himself, and that's like a perfect example of like somebody very much in tune with their first house. We also have the little fossil from Animal Crossing. So this is also a message to like for those of you who have been escaping, like you might be playing a little bit too much games, but I'm also hearing like some of you guys, it could be beneficial for you guys to like, you know, set some time to, yes, go ahead, play some games, like allow yourself to get away from this energy at least for a little bit, as long as it's not like to the extreme of like escapism, right? But I'm also getting like, look for hidden messages. Like these are usually buried in the ground in the game, so it's almost like they're saying like, look for things that are hidden on the ground. You know, we had nature signs. So I feel like that's very much this, like be receptive to the subtle energies from nature as you go about your day. We also have telephone, so it could be time to like reach out, call people, communicate how you've been doing, explore your options as well. Like it could just be time to really like explore new options, talk to new people, communicate how you've been feeling. We also have this adorable little sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. We also have this little heart with a nurse's cap on it. I'm getting like very romantic energy here. And then this is like the Pisces constellation here as well. So some of you guys might be Pisces, Capricorn. We had Aquarius, we had Virgo, Scorpio, and geez, what was that second one? It keeps stepping me up. Sagittarius, okay? It doesn't have to be. That's all the time that I have for you guys. I really hope that you resonated with these messages. I'm sending you love, light, protection, and blessings. Until next time, bye-bye. Hi there, pile number 2, if you guys picked Fyra. She is so gorgeous. She is definitely like my second favorite fairy. love her so much. Like when I think of her, the energy she gives me is just so calm. Like she was always so calm and elegant. She was calm, elegant. She was always collected. It's like you would expect like a fire fairy to like be a little bit chaotic or a little bit like, you know, off center. But she was always so like elegant and beautiful to me. So like if that resonates with you, if you love that kind of energy, you definitely picked the correct pile. We also have the lapis lazuli, which to me just kind of signifies like great leaders, and also like communication skills. A great leader with great communication skills. So let's go ahead and see. We're gonna roll this little astro dice here just to get a few zodiac signs. All right, so we have Gemini, we have Cancer, Gemini, Cancer, we have Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Taurus, and we also have a Leo. Gemini, Cancer, Taurus, and Leo. Holy crap, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Taurus. The first pile, I picked 4, and it was all 4 different elements, and now we just did the same thing. So Gemini, air, Cancer, water, Taurus, earth, and then we had Leo with fire. So you guys are also just like pile 1. I'm getting like there is this very balanced energy about you. It's like, it's just kind of like, I feel like, okay, it's almost like I don't want to say opposite, but there is a connection to pile 1, how it's almost like, you know, they're a water fairy, very sensitive, very in tune with their emotions. It's like people paint them to be just that, like one-dimensional. I feel like people might do the same thing to you, where it's like they expect you to be one-dimensional, maybe because of like certain fiery aspects to you. It could be like fiery aspects or like elegant, like calm aspects to you. It's like people just want to put you in one box, and it seems really annoying, but it's like the truth is you guys have so many different aspects. Like you would literally have all 4 elements here, like very balanced, very in tune with all kinds of different aspects about yourself, not just one layer, which, so it could be really annoying. Like it could be annoying, like some people just try to like see one aspect about you. So we're going to read from the book. This is the Fairy Oracle by Arthur Rackham and Jamie Alford. Pardon my neck cracky. We have the 13. Break it into a 4. Like you guys are incredibly grounded. You guys are balanced, grounded. You can stand up on your own 2 feet here very confidently. Let's go ahead and read from the book. We have 13, which is danger. You in danger, girl. That's what I just heard in my head. So it says 2 warring factions meet high in the darkened sky. Fairy warriors wield bows and staffs, rushing in to meet the bats threatening their homes. Meaning, send out the troops. This is a time for physical engagement, for defending your own rights, and for protecting the valuables. It is time to stand up to dangers lurking around. Combative force may be necessary at this time. Stand your ground and don't back down. This is a hard lesson to take, but danger does appear in life and must be met and dealt with promptly. You in danger, girl. Yeah, like I'm just getting this energy here where it's like there could be somebody in your environment or in your life here that is like threatening you, or it's almost like to the point of like physical, like a physical altercation, pardon me. And I'm just getting this energy of like, you don't know what else to do. It's almost like, I feel like you're kind of to the point where you're like, does this person like want to fight me? Like, does this person like really want to catch these hands? And it's like, you know, maybe it is time to kind of stand your ground. Like, I don't want to be putting this message out here. What the heck? Like, I don't want to be like, go start fights. Like, go ahead, get physical. Like, that to me, that's never really the answer. But I guess like for some of you guys out there, you needed to hear that. It's like there is definitely something, could be something threatening your home. Like this could literally be like some kind of weird message of like pest. Like maybe you guys have roaches or bats in your attic or rats or something. Like, okay, like just gonna put it out there. Like there's could be literal like that kind of danger in your home. I just heard some people like might be losing their job, might be losing their homes. Like maybe it's like there's a certain level of injustice that is happening because of this as well. So it's almost like you need to fight this, like whether or not it's like in courtroom, or you need to like I can't get behind a message that's like fight. So let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and see what else comes through, because I really don't want to be spreading that message. We do have 4th house roots. Okay, so 28, break it into a 1. I feel like you are starting to break away from something. Like you might have been really wrapped up. Like I'm hearing like you know how like they'll in like video games or movies and stuff, it's like they'll have that monster with the tree roots or something, and like the tree roots are surrounding you. Like that's what I'm seeing in my head. It's like somebody, it's like it feels like family, or it could be like people that are like family to you. It's like they're trying to keep you in one place. They're trying to keep you stuck right now, but I feel like you are literally like fighting for your life to get out. Fighting for your life. It's like this is something you grew up with it being roots. Like you are uprooting. You are uprooting your home environment right now. Like you are, I feel like you might even be pulling away from like a tradition. Like I want to put trigger warning on every video, because like we always end up talking about some deep stuff, but like I am getting like a bit of homophobia, transphobia. Like, oof, this is gonna get me fired up, because especially because where I live in Texas, our, you know, Greg Abbott, he freaking, you know, he banned care for trans kids, and it's just like freaking ridiculous. So this, honestly, it kind of feels that deep. It feels that deep to the point of like you might have to actually genuinely fight for this. Like fight to see something change, fight to see something become uprooted. It's like I feel like you are breaking some kind of generational curse or societal, you know, norm. Like some of you guys might be pulling away from tradition, pulling away from the norm, uprooting. You are changing the game, and it is, I feel like because you are uprooting, it's like other people near you, it's like they feel like uprooted, like they feel like you are trying to like stir the pot. It's like they're blaming you for wanting to change. And it's like I'm hearing that stupid quote. I'm sorry, it's not stupid, but it's like I wouldn't be saying it if it was, but it's just because I've heard it so many times. It's like that little meme or comic where it's like you've changed, and it's like the other little characters like, well, like shame on you for staying the same. Like it feels like that. It's like you are trying to change, you are trying to transform, you are fighting for something. Like you are whether it's like your independence, whether it's like I said, like you fighting to break generational curses, you fighting to like try to fight like society and their standards and their laws, but you are shaking things up. Okay, and it's beautiful. I feel like this is a really lovely message. Like this is what needs to be done. This is what needs to be done. Like this card was describing, it's like, you know, sometimes you just have to get to that point. You have to get to that point where you are fighting for it. And I'm sorry, I wasn't actually going to pull another card. I was just gonna look on the bottom, but I've already been shuffling way too much, so There we go. So this came out sideways, so I'm not even sure how to take it. I'm just gonna like, yeah, let's see. It's Sun Spirit, okay? But it came out like sideways. So to me, it's almost like there's something blocking your spirit. There's something blocking, like, it's like they don't want you to thrive within your own soul's energy, your own spirit's energy. It's like, I feel like your spirit is craving a way of living. Your spirit is like, just like wanting to shine in the way that your spirit resonates with. And it's like, I feel like there's something blocking that. There's something preventing it. What is the block here? I'm just gonna pull from the top. Grand Trine blessings. What? Air element communication. This is a tough one. And look at this. We have 46, we have 1, and we have 28. All of those break into 1. 1, 1, 1. And we also have the trine, which is 3. 1, 1, 1. Like, this is bigger than you. 1, 1, 1. Like, this is bigger than you. It's like, I feel like the amount of blessings you will receive, whether or not it's like in your next lifetime or by the end of this one, it's like, because you have decided to stay true to like your spirit, who you are inside, it's like you didn't falter. It's like, even though it was so hard to like uproot yourself and get out of this situation, because it really does feel so close to home. Like, it feels like a family situation. It could be like people who are like family to you, you had to pull away from. It could be like you have to literally like fight for your rights in your state, fight for your rights like to love who you want to love. Whatever this was, it's like you are standing in your power here. And it's like you understood that your spirit, your sun energy was suffering, and you decided to uproot. And because of this, you are going to receive so many blessings. Like, it's just funny that I'm like asking what the block is, and the block is literally blessings. It's like, I feel like there might be good things that come into your life as well, like really good, awesome, exciting things that come into your life, but it does kind of feel like distractions. Like, there might be some things that are trying to distract you from fighting this fight. Okay, like distracting you from not doing what you came here to do, which is like to break generational curses, to uproot yourself and plant yourself where you belong, or to show other people like it's okay to break tradition, it's okay to not follow societal standards. Like, that is the real core goal, right? But it's almost like your blessings from doing this, it might get distracting. Like, so I'm hearing like all that glitters isn't gold. So it's like, be careful of like the accolades, the rewards, the recognition that you're getting for all of this, because remember, that is not the intention. That's not the point. Like, the blessings are not the point. They're just a bonus here. So just stay focused on to your goal. Stay focused onto your goal. Let's go ahead and get some tarot. Let's see what's going on. All right, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna be right back. Okay. what is the core message? What is the message from the fairies, please? What is the message from the fairies? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. The sun, and it's upright. Yes. Oh, this is so beautiful, guys. Like, let's get some more. Okay, that was the journey. We do have the Six of Swords in reverse, but that one flipped around a bit. So, like, I am getting... Let's see. Oh, we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, beautiful. And then we have the Queen of Swords, badass. Okay, we also have the Five of Cups in reverse at the bottom. You guys are going to be like, if you're not already, okay, like if you're not already, you guys are definitely like shining stars in this lifetime. Like you guys, you are chasing your own happiness here. You are chasing the things that bring you joy, that make you light up, that make you feel like a child again. Good, you know, like the things that really resonate with your inner child as well. It's like you're going to be connecting very deeply with that energy, with that version of yourself in order to present who you truly are. What is your spirit? And just, it's just so beautiful. Like your spirit is so beautiful. There's just so much light. You know what? I think I might actually be wrong. I think she might actually be a light talent fairy, which makes so much more sense to me because like I just wasn't getting a super fiery energy from you guys. Which yes, like there is Leo. We had Leo come through with the dice, and now we have two sun cards. So yes, there could definitely be Leo energy here, but like I just wasn't getting super fiery energy. It's like there's just something, it's just more so about the light, your inner light, and just you allowing it to actually shine. For like you are making a place for yourself, basically. Like you are making space in our society, maybe in your own family, in your own circles. Like you are making space for you to be who you are unapologetically. I feel like you guys just have a great sense of self. Like you guys just know like what's going to make you happy, what you like, what you don't like. Like you just have a really beautiful sense of self. And like I was saying as well, like there's just like this beautiful childlike energy as well that's coming through. This very childlike energy. It's like playing in the sun, chasing butterflies, running through sunflower fields, and yeah, it's just a beautiful energy. Very innocent, very childlike, very pure, very happy. So much happiness here. And with the Six of Swords, I feel like some people might look at your journey and might try to say that you made things more complicated than it needed to be. And I think that those are like the people that will always stay the same. Okay, like these are the people that probably don't know themselves very well, and they always choose to stay the same. They always choose to stay stuck. They always choose to not do any kind of like introspection. Like those people, like they want to look at you and they want to point at you and say like you're just making things harder for everybody else, whether or not it's a family dynamic, friendship dynamic, employment dynamic, whatever this is. It's like they want to point at you because you shine so freaking brightly. It's like they want to look at you and say like you're making things more complicated, you're making more trouble than it's worth. But I think that this is honestly just from you fighting for what you believe in. Like you know that if you were to just kind of give up and like run away, it's like you're going to basically run into the same problem somewhere else. You're going to run into the same like ignorant people or the same situation, like, and maybe if it's even karmic, you know, it's like if you were to try to avoid like being yourself, letting yourself shine, it's like you're just, and you know, you try to attempt the Six of Swords upright, which is like moving to calmer waters, kind of like escaping. It could involve traveling away. Like if you were to just like move states, move cities or whatever, like it's like it wouldn't really change. Like the problem still exists. The problem's still out there. It's still out there for you to fight. So it's like you don't see any problem with stirring the pot. You don't see the problem with stirring the pot a bit and being like, look, like there is a problem here, and I'm not just going to lay my sword down and just pretend like it's not happening. Like, no, like I'm going to stir the pot. I'm going to stir up some trouble here in order to fight for what I believe in. And it's beautiful because I feel like this could also be what some of you guys are fighting for, is like a happy family, like a happy home life. For some of you guys, it's like you just want to be happy. Like you just want to be emotionally satisfied. It could, like, it doesn't have to do with like family or like creating a family or anything like that. It could just simply be like you just want to feel emotionally satisfied, emotionally available. I just heard. But this to me is honestly like what it feels like. What you guys are fighting for is like you're fighting for the chance to have a happy family, a happy home life, to be able, like I said, like for some of you guys who do resonate with this being like a bigger than you battle, where it's almost like this is about like homophobia in the world, transphobia, all of the above. It's like you are fighting to have that equality, to be able to be given the chance to create this healthy, happy home dynamic, regardless of your sexuality. Like I just see you guys building an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. We have the Sun and the Ten of Cups. Like, look at this. This is so much joy. This is so much love. This is so much heart. And both of them are like swaddling a baby as well. So for some of you guys, maybe you guys are pregnant. Maybe that's what's kind of uprooting things or something. Maybe there's some kind of birth of a child going on that's just like disrupting like a family dynamic or something, or like people are trying to be like, why are you causing trouble? But it's like, you know that this is what's going to make you happy. It's like, trust yourself, fight for what you believe in, because your happiness is so valuable. You know, you deserve to have the happiness that you dream of. No matter who is trying to point the finger and say like it's not worth it, or you're just causing trouble. Because at the end of the day, they're scared of the truth that you tell. They are so scared of the fact that you are logical, intelligent, and that you speak the truth, that you value the truth above all. And I think because you value the truth above all, it's like it makes it so much easier for you to be yourself, to be in tune with your soul and your spirit. And it makes it easier for you to break out of systems that don't work for you. Break out and fight systems that don't work for you any longer. Like, I mean, I don't want to sit here in front, like the Queen of Swords, she is a fighter. You know, to me, she's probably the scariest of all the queens. Okay, no offense to her. Like, she's just very intimidating. She knows herself. She knows what she wants. She's very intelligent, very logical. Like, you can't, you know, how do you fight that? And I think that's where people get so frustrated. They get so frustrated over this, but it's like, you are just trying to spread your truth. You are just trying to be yourself. You are just trying to make a happy household, to be authentically yourself. With the bottom of the deck, the Five of Cups in reverse, I do see you healing some disappointment here, because, like, you know, I keep talking about how strong you are and how like ambitious you are and how, like, you know, you're gonna fight for the things you believe in. But at the same time, like, I haven't really been talking about how the rejection aspect or like the disappointment aspect of like the people who are not accepting of you, the people who want to keep you in the same place, who want to keep you stuck. It's like we're not really talking about the fact that you guys are going to have to heal that disappointment, that rejection, that feeling of loneliness as well. Underneath that, we have the High Priestess in reverse. It's like let's not turn a blind eye. Let's not ignore our intuition that is telling us that these people want to keep you stuck. Like, these people would rather see you confused, lost. They don't want to see you shining. They don't. Like, I'm so sorry to tell you this like this, because it's like this has to do with the people who have disappointed, rejected you, made you incredibly sad. And it's almost like, I feel like for some of you guys, it's like you intuitively know who these people are, but I feel like you don't try to pay like too much attention to them. But it's like there's this inner knowing, whether or not you have whether or not you delved into that inner knowing, it's like this shows how they want you to be. Like, they want you to stay stuck. They want you to feel like you're tied up, you can't move, like you don't have any options. But it's really frustrating. This is really frustrating for me to like tap into here, because like I just get this sense like people really hate to see you happy. Like, people hate to see you shining. People hate to see you glowing. It's like so annoying, because it's like, what are you doing with your time? You know, like, why aren't you shining, pretty much? Like, why aren't you going out there and being yourself and fighting for the causes? Oh, we have hope. It just came out. Look at this rainbow. Oh, gay rights, please. So hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. So stay optimistic, stay hopeful, like keep shining, basically. Keep being that beacon of hope, because the people who want to see you fail, like, this is going to drive them absolutely insane. Like, this hope that you have for like your cause, for just also like shining your inner light, like this hope that you have, that's what they're trying to crush. They're trying to crush your hope. And it's like the more and more you're optimistic about outcomes, like, I feel like this situation has gotten pretty negative, but it's like the more optimistic and hopeful you are, you could possibly change this situation around. We also have lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. And this could simply be like human rights. This could be, you know, I'm also kind of getting with the sun being in reverse, like for some of you, whether or not this resonates, this is not for all of you, but I am getting this energy of like some of you guys did feel lost, especially when you were rooted where you didn't belong. And it's like you felt incredibly lost, and it's almost like you didn't even know you were lost until like you found yourself with the sun up right here. And it's like you turn things around, and it's almost like you might have felt really lost for a while there, but you found something you didn't even know were lost. We have transformation. This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. I love this so much. And I just heard transitioning. So like for some of you guys, like, this is so beautiful. Like, don't give up hope. Keep fighting for this. You deserve it. We have magical blessings. We have 2 blessings cards. Like, you guys about to get lit. They look like they're having a grand old time. Or should I say grand old trine? good. Okay. Magical blessings. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. Yes, like keep spreading that light, keep transforming, keep hopeful. Like you have no idea. Like you might actually like extend your blessings to the people around you just simply because you're just such a light. You're such a light. Holy. And last but not least, we have precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time too. Very interesting here. So it's kind of different. I think that this is kind of like, I love that it's coming in after the blessings card, because this does show me here that you don't want to get too distracted by these blessings. Like I feel like there is a chance for you to like indulge in the blessings that come to you. Like you might have the chance to like go crazy, like to have so much fun, but it's almost like they're kind of saying like, you know, don't waste other people's time, like don't waste your own time. Like this is something that you want to fight for, this is something you believe in, so like don't spend all of your time partying and being blessed. We also have nature signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only open our hearts and minds. Alrighty, so next up we're going to pull some charms. So last but not least, we're going to pull some charms. And it's about to get loud. So please lower your volume, mute the mic real quick as I'm about to pull some charms in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, cool. We got this like bird. To me, definitely looks like the phoenix. So it's like, I feel like you get the message. Like you were, like there's people that definitely don't want to see you win. There's definitely people who are trying to keep you like rooted in the same crap you've always been rooted in, but it's like, it's up to you to break away. We also have this little, oh my God. Whoa, we have, this is like a handcuff, just one, and it says serve on it. So this could be an indication like some of you guys might end up serving time for fighting for this cause. Wow, that is insane. Like I wish you guys could see it better. It just says serve on that top thing. So like some of you guys might end up serving time. Like some of you guys might honestly end up like going to jail for like a night or something because you're like protesting. Wow. We also have this like little pirate wheel here. I just heard yo ho, pirate's life for me. I'm actually seeing like Elizabeth Swan in my head. So maybe it's kind of like that. It's like, you know, she came from a different world than the pirates. So it's like, I just see this energy of you guys possibly breaking family traditions in the same way. It's like doing things that you don't think your family would have approved of back in the day. Aw, that's so cute. Okay. We also have Scorpio here. On the back it says passionate. Yes, stay passionate about this. We also have the little heart and the arrow. Okay, so looks like Cupid. What is this? Oh, these are little ballet shoes. Some of you guys might be dancers. Some of you guys might need to start dancing or something like. We also have a dinosaur. I just heard boomers. Like I just heard like there's people that are like wanting to stay very like stuck in the past, stuck in their ways. Like they just want to keep things the way they've always been. We also have money, so I definitely get this as a sense of like from your blessings. Okay, you might have some financial blessings coming through. We also have this little peace heart sign. So I just keep seeing protesters in my head, like somebody protesting something, like, but it's like peaceful protesting. We also have Capricorn here. It says ambitious on the back. We have a little tennis racket. Some of you guys might need to start playing tennis. Like I love these two little hobbies. Like we have the little dancer shoe and the tennis racket. So it's like they want you to start picking up hobbies as well. Like just start doing things that make you happy, that make your inner child happy here. We also have the bumblebee. Or no, this is a ladybug, I think. So that just indicates to me more luck, more blessings. Luck is on your side here. Oh, it says find joy in the journey. Find joy in the journey. That is so dope. Like that's exactly like how I feel like that's exactly how you guys operate. Like you guys find joy in this journey of life. We also have this butterfly clip. So this could indicate the song Butterflies by Casey Musgraves. We also have but you didn't do anything. So I feel like this could honestly be like a message. Like some of you guys might feel like you don't do enough. Okay, like some of you guys might feel like you don't contribute enough to a cause that you are fighting for. And I just want you to know that just the fact that you existing, like you supporting other people, by you just being in that community, by you guys just standing up and being who you are, like that is enough. You don't have to go out there protesting. You don't have to go out there fighting. Like, yes, some things are worth fighting for, like the Bat card in the beginning, but it's like some of you guys can fight the smaller battles, you know, like just simply being yourself is like you did enough. Okay, so I feel like some of you guys might be beating yourself up and saying like you didn't do anything or you don't do enough for this cause, but that is far from the truth. Like just from you shining your own light, just from you being hopeful, just from you like constantly choosing to transform and grow, just by you sitting in your own sun energy, it's like that's enough. That is enough. We also have last two here. This is from the 7 Deadly Sins here. This is King and Deanne. So like there could be like a relationship here that you guys are also involved in. And it could be kind of like controversial because they are like different species. Like he's like fairy species, she's like giant species. So like just, you know, there could be something like that. Or it's like you come from completely different worlds than your partner, or from the people that you love, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like your love overcomes all. And they're starting to vomit. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at this, guys. We got through it. So I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Thank you so much. I really hope that this resonated with you. If it did, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and I will catch you guys next time. Love and light. Bye-bye. Hi there, pile number 3. If you guys picked Beck, she is an animal talent fairy. So some of you guys here who picked this might really be in tune with animals. You might really love animals, care for animals. Some of you guys might feel like you can speak to them, or you're like how people will say like a dog whisperer, cat whisperer, all of the above. You guys also picked the lepetamite. I feel like I'm just making up a word with that one because I still don't know much about this crystal. I do apologize. So you guys are very mysterious. With it being purple, I am getting like a strong intuition as well. I'm gonna just go ahead and shuffle this little die, this astro die here. So we're just gonna pick up some zodiac signs. It does not have to be your zodiac sign, just could be the energies involved here. So let's go ahead. We have Sagittarius. We have Sagittarius again. Let me really shake it up. We have Cancer. And last one. Oh, it almost fell off, so I'm just gonna roll it again. We have Libra. All right, so let's do one more because all the other ones had. All right, so we have double Cancer, double Sagittarius. We have Libra, and what else did we get? I cannot remember already. Double Cancer, double Sag. All right, so next up we are going to read this oracle message here. We did have the number 15, break it into a 6. The number 6 to me usually has meaning of unconditional love or somebody who's a caretaker as well, which makes sense because you guys pulled Beck, who is an animal caretaker. So let's go ahead and see what the book has to say. It says defense. A bumblebee pushes off from the flower on a thistle bush. It hovers mid-air. Nearby, a startled fairy lingers. He has his spear at the ready, standing guard. Time seems to slow down. Trouble is brewing, and neither wants to hurt the other. This card asks you to take a defensive stance. Be aware of your surroundings. Take preventative measures and be prepared. You never know what lurks in the brambles. Perhaps a smooth passing can be negotiated. Perhaps not, but you have to be the judge. All right, so it's strange because the other piles also had messages of kind of like danger, or not even danger, but just like, well, the last pile was definitely about danger. So the fact that this one's also coming through as something of a warning, it's weird because I'm getting an energy of it's like definitely on a personal basis. The second pile, it kind of felt like it was more on a grander scheme, like a grander scale, I mean, on a bigger scale. This one seems more one-on-one, with it just being like the bee and the fairy here. It just kind of feels like there's some kind of personal issue going on, some kind of personal conflict, possibly with like a specific person here. And it's like the fairies are trying to say like they want you to like take a defensive stance, like stand your ground, but they also like they don't want you to be surprised, but at the same time it's almost like it says neither wants to hurt the other. It's like trouble is brewing, but neither wants to hurt the other. So like I'm not sure if there's just something here that it's like it needs you to kind of like stand your ground a bit. Just stand your ground, just, I don't want to say be defensive, but yeah, like defend your territory, defend yourself here if you have to, because it just feels like a personal conflict with somebody specific. And it's like you guys are both on edge here, but it's like you don't want to hurt the other, but it's almost like you're gonna have to kind of decide whether or not you're gonna have to take action if it gets to that point. What is the core message? All right, we have two. We have Venus, love. We also have lunar eclipse, change in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we do have Libra, I balance as well. All right, so the fairies are trying to get you to express more love. With the number 6 on this card, and now we have Venus, which represents love. There's something here that it's like, I feel like you don't want to change your perspective on something. You just kind of want to like be defensive or stand your ground, which is like, it is great, but it's almost like use your discernment, because I keep getting this energy of like, neither of you want to hurt each other. Like neither of you actually want to like either say nasty things or do nasty things to each other, but and it's just like they're asking you to like come back to a place of love and just try to figure out like from that standpoint of like love. Like obviously if you don't want to hurt each other, there is a sense of love or camaraderie there. So it's almost like they're asking you to really tune into this Venusian energy of love here. We also have, I want to point out the number 4, because that number 4 to me, it also represents like standing your ground here, and also just like being grounded. So it's almost like they're really asking you to get grounded, get to the core root of this problem here, and really find out like, is it worth all of this trouble? Like, because I feel like you do have to kind of like decide for yourself, like, is this a worthy battle? Am I just picking a fight here? It almost kind of feels like I'm picking a fight here. But so it's like they're asking you to like kind of relax a little bit, be grounded, be loving, defend yourself if you have to. But at the end of the day, I feel like for most of you here, you're like definitely like more so lovers, not fighters. And so this might have been kind of hard on you to deal with, like to stand your ground and to be this person, because it's like part of you is just like wanting to like take care of them, or like be there for them, be their friend, be their like, I don't know, for some of you it could definitely have to do with like a partner. Maybe you guys are having like arguments within the relationship as well, and it's like they're needing you to kind of get grounded and see like, is pursuing these arguments worth it? Because we also have lunar eclipse change here. So I do feel like there is something that you are avoiding changing, and I feel like it has to do with your emotions, possibly how you react to things. It's almost like I'm getting this energy of like you guys might try to block out your emotions, and it's like they're asking you to change this. They're asking you to be more receptive to perspective, and like, okay, if I were this other person, how would I want myself to react? And it's not like in a way of like people pleasing where you're just trying to do what you think they want you to do, but it's more so like see it from their side. Like, is it possible that you are like overreacting, or you're just not coming from a place of love? Especially because we also have Libra, I balance. So, you know, Libra has to do with relationships, you know, and that can be with friendships, family, partners, whatever this is, our relationships, our personal relationships. And with I balance, it's like, you know, obviously like they're asking you to kind of balance out these situations, because I don't know why it feels a little bit aggressive, like with this whole stance going on to start the reading. Also, I keep looking at Beck and the way she's like standing, and like I don't know if you guys can like see it, whoops, like from the side here, like she's like I guess leaning forward a bit. It's almost like, come at me, bro. Like I just keep getting like this energy like, come at me, bro. So like I don't know if like you guys are just kind of like starting fights, and like the fairies are like, whoa, like you need to like calm down, return back to love, like ground yourself, balance, find some balance, some peace, some balance. Okay, so we do the 5 of Cups in reverse to start off with the tarot. So what is the message from the fairies? What do they need you to hear at this moment? Okay, we also have the Chariot. Okay. I just feel like you could accomplish so many other things if you weren't focused possibly on like a situation at hand here. We also have the 4 of Swords, exactly. Okay, that makes so much sense. And I saw the 5 of Pentacles, but it flipped back over. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Oof. Okay, we also have the 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck here. So I feel like there is some situation that left you feeling very like rejected, disappointed. You might have even felt like lonely or lost in a sense. Like you were just so focused on like the cups that have been spilt over, the disappointments, the emotional distraughtness of a situation. Like you were just so focused on what was lost that you couldn't really see the blessings that were being presented to you. You see those two like cups that are flying there. But I'm getting this is like a past energy. So a lot of you guys are trying to overcome this. So it could have been to do with the situation, but I'm kind of, I don't know, it's kind of detaching a little bit here, because I'm just getting like, you're trying to see things from a new perspective, or at least the fairies here. Like the fairies are really asking you to try to see the situation from love, because, you know, we also have two cups. Two of Cups also represents balance. It also represents love. And so it's like, I feel like you're trying, like they want you to see how this has blessed you, how this has actually helped you, how this has helped you become more balanced, how, you know, like they're wanting you to see the bright side, okay? Like they're really wanting you to turn your perspective around. Start like thinking, instead of coming from a place of loss and disappointment, it's like they're asking you to come into more gratitude and love, more gratitude and love, okay? And I feel like what you don't realize here is like, if you were to operate from more of a place of gratitude and love versus like scarcity and loss here, it's like you're going to move so much faster along your way. You know, you're going to end up actually accomplishing a lot more than you would if you were sitting in this energy of like disappointment and pain and sorrow, loneliness. You know, it's like all of those energies are very confining. All of those energies are very much like, how do I explain this? Like they're stuck, or like they make you feel stuck. All of those emotions, all of those energies there, it's like they leave you in this energy of being drained and feeling stuck. And so if you were to operate from more of a perspective of like, I'm so grateful for the air I breathe, the food I eat, the shelter I'm living under, like the blankets I have, the food in my fridge, the water from my sink, the water I'm able to bathe in, like it's just like, you know, I hate how cheesy it sounds, but it's like they are asking you to like do the whole gratitude journal thing, because I think the more and more you open your eyes to what you have to be grateful for, it's like the less you're going to feel that loneliness, that sorrow, that disappointment. And also you're going to be able to have more energy, okay? Like I feel like some of you guys feel incredibly drained, and it's because you're refusing to change. Like you're refusing to let in this change where it's like you start seeing things in a more positive light. You stop, you know, feeling, honestly, like it kind of feels like you guys are throwing a little bit of like a pity party here. Like you guys are just like allowing yourself to sit in this very still energy of sorrow, where it's like the fairies are like, go, 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 like chase your dreams, chase your goals, be ambitious. And for some of you guys here, like the message of the Chariot is actually representative of a young emperor, the Emperor in tarot. So it's almost like for some of you guys, like the message is also like, enjoy your youth, like have some fun, like get out there, chase your goals, do it now before it's too late. Like the time is of the essence, okay? And also check this out, once again we have another message of balance, because we have the black horse and the white horse, this yin and yang thing going on to carry, they're literally carrying this person along. So it's like they really just want you to focus on balance, Libra, balancing out your relationships. Stop focusing on what you've lost and focus on the blessings that you're gaining. Focus on what you already have. Focus, maybe this has to do with like a breakup or a relationship that was lost at a certain point. And this could be like a relationship, friendship. It could be maybe you guys feel ostracized from your family, or even from employment, from a job specifically. But it's like whatever this is, it's like it was keeping you in this energy of like feeling ungrateful, and also feeling drained, and also we have the Four of Swords. So it's like, I feel like for some of you guys, this could even be affecting your sleep schedule. I just saw 555, which to me, the number 5 on the timer here, I saw 555, and it's like the number 5 to me literally represents change, which we have over here with the lunar eclipse change. So especially when it comes to like your sleep habits, your sleeping schedule, you guys need to be prioritizing getting your 8 hours, or getting more than that, getting less than that, you know, because I know at different ages we require different amounts of sleep. So just like look at your recommended amount of sleep and just make sure you're getting those hours, because I feel like there's like something, it's making you feel like you need to be on defense, or like you need to kind of like be in this stance of like, come at me, bro. And I feel like it's making you more tense. It's also making you like sad, disappointed here, but it's like, it's also affecting, like you might be staying up really late, staying up on your phone, or just like staying up in bed watching TV, or just like, I don't know, it feels very disconnected from rest. Like you're just very disconnected from feeling restful. Like you might be working a lot, you might be like, you know, overdoing something in order to like, I don't know, it kind of feels like competitive or defensive here. Like you guys are in this energy of like being competitive or defensive, and so it's like creating this energy of like restlessness. And it's just crazy, because it's like, if you were to actually relax and stop like competing, stop being so defensive, stop like feeling sorry for yourself, it's like, I feel like all of this energy would shift. And it would flow so much easier. Like your path would be clear, you would be able to chase your dreams, your goals. But it's like all of this fogginess here is really getting in the way. And I do want to mention, like, Queen of Wands in reverse, this is a very competitive, jealous energy here as well. Like for some of you guys might be comparing yourself to other people. You guys might be, I don't know, reactive. I just heard reactive because the Queen of Wands in reverse, it's like, think of the lesser attributes of fire. It's like, you know, fire can be very destructive. It can be very out of control. It can be very impulsive. It can spread so quickly as well. And I feel like you guys are kind of like, I feel like you're trying to be like intimidating or competitive, but it's actually coming across as like kind of mean and jealous and like a little bit like resentful. Okay, like you might be resentful of like a breakup, or like of even like a friend breakup, or like maybe you got fired, honestly, or something. Like something ended possibly badly between you. Like it feels like a personal issue here. And it's like they're asking you to like come back to love, stay grounded. They're asking you to make certain changes when it comes to like your sleep and how you're seeing this situation. And so, but it just feels like you're wanting to remain in this energy. Like you're not really wanting to like take the reins with this Chariot. Like you don't want to take the reins and change the direction of this situation. Like you're just kind of okay with being angry and being like resentful and jealous and competitive, which, like, if that's how you want to deal with it, I can't tell you anything. Like, it's your life. If that's how you feel like you need to respond to the situation, that's you. But it's like the fairies are saying, like, this is not benefiting you. And especially, like, we also have the Three of Cups in the bottom of the deck, which to me represents gossip. It represents like bitchiness. It also represents like fake friends. It represents like people who are like two-faced. And so keep in mind, like, this could be you or their energy. Like, this could be you or the person you have this personal issue with. Because, like, you know, with this Queen of Wands, to me, she's like the leader of like the gossip gang. So it's like, if you guys might be possibly like so defensive to the point where you are like spreading gossip or rumors about somebody else. Five of Wands, yes, like so much competition. It's like, you guys, I feel like you guys want to fight. Come at me, bro. And then he's got the spear. The fairy has the spear and he's like ready to stab this bee. Like, Like you guys are ready to like fight, but it looks like personal relationships. Like this to me is like friendships, personal relationships. Why do you want to fight? Let's see, why do you want to fight? Two of Pentacles in reverse. Because there's imbalance, because you feel imbalanced. Like, okay, like you guys might also be taking on like too much responsibility. And so it's like you're so overloaded, you're not getting any rest. You're so like stuck in this sorrow. Now we have all this competitive, fiery, like jealous, gossipy energy going on. Like, what is the deal? And so we have Two of Pentacles, which, you know, we were just talking about Libra, like I balance. And now we have literally a card that talks about balance, but it's in reverse. So you guys definitely need to start like not taking on so many responsibilities, not taking on so much, because it's leaving you feeling overwhelmed, like you're juggling everything. And so I feel like because you might feel imbalanced at the moment, it's like you're projecting, or you're like taking it out on other people. Like you're taking it out on like close friends, family, and it's just coming across as really gossipy, competitive, jealous. Ooh, how do we help this? How do we help this? How do we, like, what do we do here? Seven of Wands. But it's like you're, oh my gosh, with the Tower. It's like, but you're still choosing to be defensive. Like you're still choosing to stay defensive, or like you're still staying stubborn and fighting for what you believe is right here. But the thing is like you're not allowing change to happen. Like you're wanting to stay the same. Like you're fighting to stay the same. You're literally fighting to stay as this Queen of Wands in reverse. You're fighting to stay with this Five of Cups energy, instead of like accepting that things didn't work out, things fell apart, things crumbled, and it's time to accept the change that comes along with it, without being so resentful, without being so upset, without you know, it's like you've completely taken love out of the situation. Venus, like you've completely taken your heart out of the situation, and you just decided to stay the same. Hermit, you might even just be like, fuck all y'all, and just being alone, spending time by yourself here. So I'm sorry if this is a harsh message for some of you guys to hear, but it's just what I'm seeing. It's just what's coming through. You know, Queen of Wands in reverse, like she's a hellfire. She doesn't care who she hurts, okay? And so like that's just the way I see it. I'm not about to sit here and make up a fairy tale for y'all. So let's go ahead and get some like advice, some messages here. Like the fact that the Seven of Wands, the card of defense, comes up with the same, like it looks to me like the same energy, like the spear in their hand, ready to fight. Like you guys are ready to fight for some reason. Like let the tower crumble, let it fall apart, allow change to happen. We have Wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. I feel like this has been really challenging for you. Like this has not been easy for you to like stay calm and to like do what you think is right. We also have music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. Maybe music will also be really healing for you to move past this, challenge. There could be wisdom within music as well that helps you kind of like accept the situation and move on. This, you know, it just feels like a personal issue that you're struggling with. We also have inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Yes, I feel like like it sucks because I feel like you're just in this energy of like being stuck and not moving, and it's like your inner child's like, damn, this isn't fun. Your inner child's like, can we go play now? Like, are you done brooding? Are you done like We also have flourish. It wasn't reversed, but the lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. Yes, this is a learning experience. This is in order for you guys to gain more wisdom, more clarity. This is supposed to be like a stepping stone, but it's like you have to accept the change as well. All right, last message, please. We also have go outside. It's time to go outside, tune into the powerful peace of nature, wherever you are, and feel at one with your habitat. That's so beautiful. They want you to go outside. They want you to remember all the things to be grateful for, like I said. Bottom of the deck, we do have hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm going to grab some charms for you guys. Like, I think what sucks about this is that your inner child is what's actually suffering the most out of this situation. Like, I feel like you might think that you're punishing the other person, or like you're getting to them somehow, like you're competing with them or you're arguing with them in some way, but really like the biggest person here that's suffering is your inner child and your perspective here. So it's gonna get loud while I shuffle some charms. So if you want to lower your volume or mute the screen for a minute, let me go ahead and shuffle in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so to start off, we do have the Aries charm, which makes sense because we have courageous. But Aries are also known for being like, combative. They're the rams. So like you guys might just feel like ramming into something, but it just doesn't feel like the answer. We also have this rocket, which reminds me of the Chariot. It's like they're trying to boost you forward. Like they're trying to lead you forward instead of focusing on what's lost and focusing on the past, going backwards. Like they want you to move forward. With this little rocket here. We also have the dragonfly, which to me is definitely like a symbol of wisdom as well. So this is supposed to be like a learning curve for you. This is supposed to be something that's going to help you with this challenge. It's supposed to help you gain wisdom at the end of the day. We also have this little charm here. It says, give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. Marilyn Monroe. Okay. So for some of you guys, need to like go shopping. Okay. Like some of you guys might need to really tune into your feminine energy, and just like also it could have to do with like dressing up. Like some of you guys might need to just like dress up more and feel yourself more and just be focused on you. And as I'm saying this, I didn't even see this, but now we have you versus you. Like stop competing with anybody else and start competing with just yourself. Like trying to be a better version of yourself, a better version of who you were yesterday. And it's like, give yourself the right shoes and like you'll be better than yesterday. You can conquer this challenge. I love that so much. You versus you. Like I feel like you might be obsessing over like a breakup or like a situation, like a personal issue here, and it's like just stop focusing on it, start pouring back into yourself. We also have you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Okay, so focus on the things that make you happy, that light you up. It's like even on a rainy day, or if you hate rainy days or something, like even on rainy days, like what is going to make you smile? And rainy days is like a metaphor, because I love rainy days. But yeah, they're just asking you like as a metaphor of like on down days, on days where you don't feel your best, possibly on days where you're still working on releasing this like loneliness or this disappointment. It's like, what can you do to make yourself happy? Maybe it's almost like, what was that other one? It was like, play games. Oh, your inner child. Yeah, like make time for games. We also have the butterfly, which is a huge symbol of transformation. So they're asking you to change. They're literally asking you to focus on what you can change in this situation. We also have 100% boy tears, gluten-free, dairy-free. So some of y'all might be heartbreakers. Like, it might be time to like flip the narrative, you know? I feel like you guys were the ones kind of like crying in the beginning of this, or like you guys were the ones feeling down on yourself, but it's almost like I don't know. It's a weird message here, but 100% boy tears. Like, it's time to start like not allowing that pain to affect you. We also have the money bag. Ew. So some of y'all, like, your money is good. You're good with money. Like, this whole reading didn't really mention anything about finances. So I think you guys are probably good on that aspect. Like, you're doing pretty good. We also have, this is Deanne from 7 Deadly Sins. And this is just making me think she is the sin of envy. So, I mean, for a lot of you guys that are dealing with like jealousy, especially we have you versus you, and now we also have Deanne, sin of envy. So it's like, for those of you who are really struggling with like comparing yourself or jealousy problems, envy problems, it's like, just keep coming back to yourself. Keep coming back to yourself, trying to compete with who you were yesterday. Stop trying to compare yourself to other people. You will never be that person. They will never be you. It's time to just accept who you are. Change the perspective here. Instead of feeling lost, see what you do actually still have. And last but not least, we have a little backpack. Maybe some of you guys need to go on a trip. Like, especially this is like a pink color with the rocket as well. So it's like, if maybe you need to go somewhere, maybe you need to like get away, maybe you need to kind of like, oh, and we also said go outside. Maybe you need to pack a backpack and like go to a park and go have a picnic, or, you know, travel somewhere, a day trip. Like, pack a backpack, get out of here. Like, we have the chariot, we have a rocket, and a backpack. Like, they're like, go, go, go. So that's all the messages that I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you did, if you resonated with this message, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and I am sending you so much love, light, protection, and blessings. Until next time, bye-bye. Hi there, pile number 4. If you guys picked Bess, she is an art talent fairy, so hopefully you guys who were drawn to this pile, we've got a bunch of artists here, especially painters. She specifically is a visual painter here, visual artist. So welcome if that resonates with you. We also have the Angel Aura Quartz here, Rainbow Angel Aura Quartz, whatever. It's a beautiful stone, basically. Like, I love this stone so much. And I'm just getting a very loving energy. It reminds me so much of rose quartz, but it almost feels more protected in a way because of that angel aspect to it. So I feel like you guys are definitely protected, especially when it comes to your creative endeavors. Like, any kind of creative outlets that you guys are utilizing in this lifetime, I feel like it's a great source of love and protection for you. Like, it's oddly enough like a way you protect yourself. So I'm actually, before I go ahead with this oracle card, I'm going to just shuffle this astro die and just get a few zodiac signs. So let's go ahead and see. We have Capricorn, we have Sagittarius, we have Virgo, and Scorpio. So Scorpio, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. A lot of earth, all right? And then it's like earth and fire, because it's like Scorpio's a water sign, but it's like they're the wannabe fire sign. So so I'm just getting a lot of earth and fire from you guys. Like it's like that fire is like creative passion, and then that earth is almost like you guys are still very grounded. So let's go ahead and read from the book this oracle message. We have number 17, break it into an 8. Once again, I'm getting so much abundance. Also earth energy to me represents abundance as well, like just feeling abundant in your resources. We have the card in the book, it's 17, rest. In a darkened room, a child sleeps soundly in a cradle. The curtains are drawn around the parent's bed. It is time for sleep, to give the body a rest, to let the mind dream of new worlds and new ideas. 2 gargoyles have been carved at the tops of the bed. They keep watch over the family as they dream. I don't know if you guys can see them. So it says meaning. Rest is a treasured component of any spiritual quest. If you have drawn this card, it is time to take a break. Finish what you're doing and step away for a bit. It is time to sleep, perchance to dream. Give yourself a break. So I feel like, especially with all that earth energy coming through, you guys are incredibly hard workers. Like, I just want to recognize you guys right now for that. Like, you guys, I feel like you have a creative vision, and if not creative, it's like you just have a vision for how you want your life to be, and what, like, I feel like you're not afraid to work incredibly hard. You're not afraid to work hard to achieve that lifestyle, to achieve what I'm getting is like to achieve like this very protective, abundant lifestyle here. We have Neptune sacrifice, but it's almost like the fairies are saying you might be sacrificing a little bit too much time and energy into this. And it's like, because you're not fully rested, it might actually be taking away from your ideas and also the execution of your art. It's like if you were more revived, refreshed, I feel like there could be an elevation in your vision. Like you could elevate your vision to a higher level. It's like to a level you don't even recognize, especially with Neptune. Neptune to me is very like, let's see, I'm trying to find the right word. They're very dreamy, okay? They're very dreamy, very, I don't want to say elusive, like, that's not the word. Very dreamy, very much like in this kind of fantasy world at certain times. And so I feel like you're kind of, because you're not resting, you're not well rested, it's actually not, like you're not able to have that beautiful, dreamy, fantastical ideas that you would have if you were well rested. Or possibly this could also have to do with literal dreams as well. Like you might be having dreams that are trying to send you like really cool ideas for your art or for your life, for the vision that you have for yourself. And it's like, because you haven't been resting, how can you receive these dreamlike messages? Like, stop sacrificing your rest for your work, because you're actually sacrificing this, like I was saying, this elevated abundance. It's like this elevated vision that, like, I just keep hearing elevated. Like it could be elevated if you were to just allow yourself to rest. It's like you think that you're sacrificing your rest for your vision, but it's like you're actually sacrificing a little bit of the vision by not resting. Bottom of the deck, we have Virgo. I analyze in reverse, and let's just get into it, because Virgo is the sign of service. And so I feel like with this being in reverse, it's like you guys are like serving it too hard, which, come on, if you guys pick this pile, there are worse messages in the other piles, okay? So like the fact that you guys are such hard workers, like I don't want to like make you feel bad for your work ethic, because it's beautiful. I think it's just says so much about you, and it says so much about how much you care about your vision and how much you care about your goals. But it's like you are working yourself to, I don't even know, like to exhaustion. Like I'm just getting a very exhausted energy. It's like you're being too much of service. You're putting too much work into this. And also Virgo is a sign of health as well. So you have to think this might even be affecting your health, whether it's your mental health, your physical health. Some kind of health is being affected because you guys aren't allowing yourself to rest. You guys might also be over analyzing your vision or your goals. Like you might just be kind of reassessing them constantly. Like, is this what I want? Is this what I should do? Is this what, you know, like you constantly, like there's just a lot of overthinking. Lots of overthinking here. Like analysis paralysis. You might even be thinking so much about what you want to do and like the vision and the goals that you have, but it's like you're not actually pursuing it because you're spending so much time in this like where you're mentally exhausting yourself. And then by the time it comes to where you're actually supposed to create or you're actually supposed to produce, and nothing, you know, you're just so exhausted that it's like nothing comes out. Especially because we have Neptune to cross it. So it's like, it's still kind of in this fantasy world. It's not in the practical 3D just yet. I feel like you're trying to get it there. That's the goal. That's, you know, what you're thinking about constantly is like, that's what I want. Oh, and look, we have sixth house routine, which I'm pretty sure sixth house is Virgo, more in reverse. And that's also sixth house also, I believe, rules health too, if I'm correct. I feel like I might be getting this wrong. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but you know, is that, let's see, Aries. We got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, then yeah, Virgo. So Virgo is 6. Okay, trying to check myself. Routine, yeah. So it's like something about your routine. It's something about your schedule. It's something about how you're trying to achieve this. It's like not actually working in your best, for the best here. Like it might even be asking you to sacrifice something, like sacrifice a part of your routine or sacrifice like something that's taking up too much time in your routine. But they're definitely wanting you to rest. Look, we have 9 of Swords. This is a lot of anxiety, sleepless nights, 5 of Pentacles. What's going on? Come on, pile 4. Let's see. What messages do the fairies have for you? We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Speaking of routine, okay. The King of Wands. Okay, cool. And we also have the King of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay, let's see. What is under that? The King of Cups. We have 3 kings here. 9 of Wands. Oh, okay. So you might even kind of be trapping yourself in your head here. Like you might be telling yourself there's only one way to do something. There's only one routine. There's only one procedure. There's only one way to achieve my vision, to achieve my goals, to achieve my dreams. And I just feel like you are literally trapping yourself mentally. And this is exactly what I was talking about. This card represents mental exhaustion. It represents anxiety. It represents overthinking. It represents everything I was just talking about. And look at this. She is literally a fairy. I've never noticed this before. Because not everything in this is fairies, you know. So the fact that this is a fairy, like this is definitely what they're trying to tell you right now, is like, stop overdoing it. Let yourself rest. Look, she's so mentally exhausted. It's like she's being forced to rest. It's like you've got to change your routine, because it can't get to that point. It can't get to the point where you're just so exhausted, you're just overdoing it, that it's like you're forced into rest. No, it needs to be part of your routine, you're part of your schedule. It needs to be part of your self-care, okay? Some of you guys might be kind of feeling like you're struggling financially, okay? Maybe that is what is at the core of this anxiety. That's really what's at the core of why you're like scrambling so much to like, how can I achieve this? How can I achieve this? How can I achieve this? Is because you might honestly feel financially like you're struggling at the moment. It also feels like this is an energy of feeling left out in the cold. Like some of you guys might just be feeling neglected or feeling lonely, and it's like the only way for you guys to feel better about the situation is like to work. Okay, like to work. And that's for both, like if it's whether it's financial or whether it's just like you feel neglected. It's like either way, it's like it feels like you're just tuning into work, like you're just like so focused on work. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in reverse here. And typically I would say that this has to do with like having a bad work ethic, but we already went into the fact like you guys have a great work ethic. So that's not the problem here. The problem is that you guys are overworking. I think that they're coming through because they're saying put down the coin, like stop focusing on the coin. It's like, I feel like some of you guys are like, how? Like it's impossible to stop thinking about the situation because it's putting me in this Five of Pentacles energy where I feel financially disturbed, or I feel like I'm just stuck in my own head here. And it's like, what else can I do but work to make myself feel better? But it's like you guys are working. It's like you have to think of the intention behind it. It's like you're working. It's like to me feels like you don't trust that the universe is gonna provide. Like you just don't trust in the spiritual side. It's like, I feel like most of you guys here are very like logical and in the physical world. Like you're very focused on the physical world and seeing progress and success within the physical world, that because you're just so focused on that, it's become impossible for you to like tune in spiritually and be like, I trust you. I know that you'll provide for me. You know, this Five of Pentacles is definitely like that lack, scarcity mindset. And so I just feel like these are coming through. Both of these are coming through because they're just like, because you don't trust us, there's an instability within your earth energy. It's like there is so much earth energy here. Okay, we got double Virgo, you know, now we have two suits of pentacles. So like there's so much earth here, but all of it has been in reverse. So it's like, I feel like you're working so hard, you're trying so hard, you're putting in all of this effort, but it's just for naught. It's all for naught because it's not coming from a place of like, I trust the universe. It's coming from a place of fear. It's coming from a place of like, nothing's ever going to get better. I have to work. I have to work. I have to work. I have to work. I don't trust that the universe is just going to drop coin into my lap like nothing, you know? Like, I don't trust that the universe is going to take care of me the way I need to be taken care of. Like, I have to do it for myself. But what's happening underneath that, we have the King of Cups in reverse. So it's almost like this is also affecting your emotions. Like this, you know. So this to me is kind of like the Pisces energy too coming in, because you got some water coming in. But it's like affecting how you're emotionally processing things. And then it's like underneath that we have the Nine of Wands, so that's just like the wounded warrior card. It's like you guys are processing from a place of like being wounded, feeling scared, feeling a lack of abundance. feeling a lack of abundance. But I feel like what they're wanting you to operate from is this King of Wands energy. They're wanting you to remain like trusting in the universe, first of all. This is also an incredibly passionate human being, like somebody who's just so passionate about life, okay? And also creative. So I get like they're really just wanting you to focus on your creative energy, focus on the warmth, okay? Focus on fire energy, things that light you up, that make you passionate, that make you want to create, versus spending so much time and energy focusing on like what you're lacking right now, Look at what you have right in front of your face. You have power in your creation, power in your creative aspects, power in your passions, power in your leadership abilities as well. Like, look at all that you do have here. This alone, to me, it completely overpowers all of these negative energies. Like, this to me is like a beacon of light for you, and you just need to keep channeling this King of Wands energy. For those of you who do tarot and study tarot and like resonate with tarot, or like have your own deck, even if you don't, know the meanings 100%, sit with your King of Wands. Sit with your King of Wands card. I'm serious. Do research on King of Wands and just tune into this energy. Start connecting with this energy, because that's what's going to get you out of this hole, is like trusting in your creation, trusting in your passion, trusting in your warmth. It's like this card is so cold, like she is left out in the cold here. He looks pretty happy to me. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and see. I kind of want to shuffle one more, actually. Six of Wands in reverse. I feel like some of you guys just need to accept that you're not gonna get all the recognition right now. It's just not. I feel like some of you guys are getting down on yourself because you're not getting recognition. You're not getting, like the fame, the fortune. We also have the Sun in reverse. So I feel like this is making you feel like depressed, feel sad, because people aren't celebrating you. People aren't recognizing your talents. They're not recognizing your talents, your goals, your ambition. And so I feel like that's where that place of like overworking is also coming from, is because you don't think you're getting the recognition you deserve. And I feel like it's creating a lot of unhappiness. But what is you need to detach from the expectations of how is the public going to react. Like, you got to detach completely from like, it's not about the results. It's about putting your heart into these projects, putting your heart into this vision, putting your passion, your creativity into this vision. It's not about other people. And this is also about your relationship with spirit, and that you guys are not really trusting. You guys are so anxious, so fearful, that it's just that you're just not going to get what you want at the end of the day. But it's like, it's time to accept that you guys have come into a place of mastery. And I feel like whatever it is you've mastered, like whether it's creative, whether it's not, it's time to accept the fact that, what was I saying earlier? Elevating. It's time to elevate. It's time to close out this cycle. It's time to end this, let this go, and start a new cycle, and accept the fact that you have mastered, to a certain degree, you've mastered a talent. You've mastered whatever it is you're creating at the moment. It's like you can be considered an expert or a master at it. Like, that deserves some recognition. That deserves some, like, even if it's just from you, even if you're the one recognizing it, and just not being so dependent on the accolades, the recognition. I'm hearing like some of you say like, I've been in this game for so long. If I'm not being recognized now, like I never will. That's what I just heard. But see, listen to that statement again, and here it comes from a complete lack of faith. It comes from a complete lack of faith, just totally scared. It's a fear-based reality, the unknown card. You should be excited that you don't even know what's gonna happen. You have no idea what's gonna happen. That should be exciting to you, especially because you have power to make certain things happen. King of Wands. You have so much power to make things happen for yourself. Alright, kids, let's get some messages. Messages from the fairies. I just saw 2222 on the timer. They're sending you love. They're wanting you to know you are a master. You are... sorry, just rubbing my nose. Look at this, it's celebration. Celebrate yourself, you know? Look in a book. Oh, I love this. Like, all of these are so, like, detached from, like, focusing on what you're lacking, or focusing on, like, financial problems. Like, all of these are, like, beautiful for, like, distracting yourself. Like, we have celebration. Like, go party. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. Yes, so they want you to get out. They want you to have more fun. Like, I feel like they don't want to see you in this energy, you know? They don't want to see you feeling down on yourself, feeling sorry for yourself, feeling anxious, feeling scared for the future. They want to see you celebrating. That's what the fairies do. We also have a look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. This could even be indication some of you guys going back to school, okay? But for some of you guys, self-educating, okay? We also have inner child. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Like, they just want you to have fun. They just want you to play, celebrate, do something silly. We have stargazing. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself very focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Maybe spending some quiet, meditative time alone. Go gaze at the stars if you're having trouble sleep. Maybe that could be like a ritual for you if you do live somewhere where you can see stars. Going outside, gazing at the stars for a while, and then putting yourself to sleep. Making sure you get that rest. And last but not least, we have moderation. And I feel like this has to do with your work ethic, okay? Like the card, it says, you know, about eating better, but I really feel like this for you specifically is about your work ethic and how hard you're putting in, how hard you're working. Sorry, stumbling. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Okay, so some of you guys might also be stress eating. I just heard stress eating. So just make sure like you're taking care of yourself. Like I said, Virgo in reverse, like that's also to do with health. So for some of you guys, it could be physical, mental health, maybe both. So just make sure you're monitoring, like that you're not like full out depression eating. Okay, I love y'all. So now, last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and pull some charms for you guys. We're just gonna see any last little messages here from the fairies. I don't know why I'm hearing the song from Beauty and the Beast, like with her nose stuck in a book. Really is a funny girl, that bad. Okay, so it's gonna get loud. I'm gonna shuffle the charms really quick, and so if you have headphones, go ahead and turn it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you guys got a lot, but that's okay, because we're ahead. Oh my god. We just got that, like, moderation card with the food, and this, like, this little, like, rat. Or is it a hamster? No, I think it's a rat. He definitely overeats. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but, like, like, he'd definitely be munching on that cheese. Okay, so for some of you guys, like, you need to, like, moderate. Like, you guys might be going a little bit too hard there. We also have, live your dream. Like, we've been talking about, like, your vision, your dream this whole time. So just to see that as an indication, live your dream. Like, you can start now. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, we have I Heart Soccer. So for some of you guys, this could have to do with a sport. Maybe that'll also help you feel physically better as well. We also have the Eiffel Tower here. So some of you guys might have really big dreams, like really big desires to travel as well. We have the butterfly here, which symbolizes transformation, change, growth. We have a little kitty here, which to me is like, I immediately started thinking about how much cats sleep. So it's like, you guys need a cat nap. Like, you guys need to let yourself rest. Okay. We have two dolphins, which dolphins to me symbolize like unbridled joy. Okay. Like just pure happiness. So, make sure you're just doing things purely because they make you happy. We also have a bird here. I just heard free as a bird, free as a bird. Stop pressuring yourself to be more than you need to, you know. I feel like you're putting this cage around yourself here. We also have Aries, which is courageous. Some of you guys might be Aries. We also have Libra, which is charming. Which actually I think Aries and Libra are opposites, and so is Pisces and Virgo. So we have a lot of opposite energy. Maybe you guys have a lot of conflicting energy within. We've got this tiny, tiny charm, and it's like a little girl. Looks like she has like a wand, and she has like a giant heart. Okay. So this to me is definitely like you creating your own magic from your heart. And we also have me versus me. I feel like you guys fight yourself a lot. Like, I just feel like you guys really have this internal battle going on, whether or not it's because of the whole opposites conflict thing. But yeah, we also have a star here. So star represents hope. And we also have this bowling pin, okay? Bowling pin. Could be a baseball bat as well. Honestly, it looks like a freaking turkey leg. So like, I feel like there's some hobbies. Like we have soccer. Now we have like, whether this is a bat and a baseball or a bowling pin, whatever, sports. We have the dragonfly, which represents wisdom. We have this is like a stag here, like a deer. Which to me represents leadership as well. I feel like some of you guys might need to meet somebody who can guide you. And literally as I'm saying this, I find this other charm here that's like a little deer. And it's totally reminding me of the part where Bambi's mom died, and his dad has to pick him up and like guide him. So you might need to find somebody who's like, who can be your mentor or be your guide along this way. We also have a key with a heart on it. A lot of like weird little charms. We have a handcuff, which to me immediately I just heard fun. Like some of you guys might like to have fun with some handcuffs here. Also it says serve on here. In tiny writings it says serve. And to me this is kind of like you're handcuffing yourself to this need to serve. Okay, this need to serve. We also have like a pirate ship wheel. Could be indication of travel. It could also just be like I don't know, I'm hearing rebellion, like a pirate rebellion. Like, you need to be more rebellious. Like, you need to have more fun. Like, be a pirate. They don't care about anything. We also have the spider and a spider web. Like, like weaving your future. Also, to me, the spider represents like co-creation with the universe. Like, everything is webbed together, and it's like you need to just start seeing how much spirit can help you if you just trust them. It says, "You are always in my heart." Oh, that's so sweet. I feel like this actually, I was getting an energy of family from this. We also have the little masquerade mask here. I just heard like deceptive, like somebody might be wearing a false mask around you. Okay, we also have the little peacock. It's time to shine. It's time to get out there. It's time to be unapologetic. Once again, we have, after all this time, always. And this is from Harry Potter, but we have just like two little charms here about always. So I'm not sure what that means to you guys, but that's all I've got. I'm sending you guys so much love, light, protection, and blessings. If you resonated with this video, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and until next time, bye-bye.